Today on Veteran Stand Up, I'm continuing our conversation with Chris Hale about veteran entrepreneurship. So, Chris, what about a veteran? I really got a lot of project management experience, but I don't know what exactly I want to do, but I want to run my own thing. What might you recommend?
I get asked that question quite a bit, and veterans, a lot of their consternation around that is usually around, I don't have any specific experience in a particular industry. And I say, the natural place to go for that is to go franchising. When you subscribe to a franchise and when you buy into a franchise, you're buying into all of the mistakes that the franchisor, the founder of that whole concept, made along the way. And you're learning on their dime, right? So starting an original concept of a business is trial and error. There's a lot of mistakes, and any entrepreneur will tell you a lot of mistakes will be made along the way. And sometimes those are very, very costly. And it's arduous. And sometimes it's difficult. It's worth it, right? For the right person. But I would say that going the franchising route, hey, here's a business plan that has proven success, that has testimonials and lots of people who have gone through that process and done it and been successful doing it. Here's the business plan. All you've got to do is follow the business plan, execute it, and the success is very likely going to be coming your way. What do you pay for that? There's usually some fees up in the form of franchise fees, buying the equipment that you would do even if it weren't a franchise concept. And then there are royalty payments. But in exchange for those royalty payments, you get so much support. You don't have to set up the back office functions. You don't have to set up the accounting or the bill paying or any of those back office functions. With franchising, you focus exclusively on growing your business. And it's a great way to get into entrepreneurship at a very low cost and a very low risk.
Well, I'm sure one of the questions folks will be asking is, gee, I've seen franchises. Looks like hard work. Can I make a living doing this?
Well, you know what? That's the really cool part about it, is that there are so many different types of franchises. And most people think that franchising is for people with a lot of money that are going to buy a McDonald's franchise, right? Most people migrate right to some sort of a restaurant. And the truth be told, those are very expensive to get into, because you're talking about real estate. You're talking about an individual build out, all the equipment that goes into those restaurants. Those do tend to be extremely expensive. But what most people don't understand, franchising spans everything from home services to home healthcare to parking lot striping to junk hauling and everything in between. If there's a business, there's probably a franchise for it. And what that means is that you can get into franchises for as little as $20,000 or $25,000, something you could literally put on a credit card. And that's in up to millions of dollars if you're talking about something that involves real estate and a heavy build out. So there are franchises where you can do it as a side gig and wait for it to grow into something that can pay your salary and then pay for other people to join the company. And there are franchises that you can get into that instantly have the capability of being of that size. The other thing that military folks bring, especially retirees, they bring with them some financial stability in terms of an income stream from their retirement pension, which gives you the stability to, some level of additional financial stability to open up a franchise.
Well, how can a viewer learn more?
Yeah, so we've got, there's lots of ways. We've got great content on our websites. You can go to gijobs.com and look for franchising. We also have a tremendous service called Franchise Coach, exclusively for veterans, that they can go on there and be connected with one of our coaches who will walk them through that process, soup to nuts, and be there the whole time period where they're evaluating different franchises and applying to open one of those. And then the third thing we've got, Paul, is franchise conferences, where we'll hold webinars, live webinars, as well as recorded webinars, introducing veterans to various franchise concepts.
Well, great. Thanks, Chris.